the Alred family. So this is Tyler and Christy. We've got Chloe, Mason, Xander, and Hazel. When we closed on our house on that Friday, which was the 27th of August, we went out to Tooele and changed the locks on the 29th of August, which was a Sunday morning. We spent part of the day out there. It was Tyler and me and the two girls. We got back here.
He just wanted to stay in bed because he was so tired.
Yeah, we got back here, and I remember I sat down, I think where I'm sitting now actually, and he came running up the stairs because Tyler was in this recliner and he wanted to scare him. So he scared him, and then when he moved, my eyes just like bulged out and his neck was massive. He had these massive lip bones. And I thought, this isn't normal. So we ended up taking him to Primary Children's that night. We first took him to Instacare, and Instacare told us, you know, the biggest lymph nodes they'd ever seen. They weren't super concerned, but at least follow up with our pediatrician, and it didn't sit well with either one of us. So we took him to Primary Children's that night. We got there at 6 p.m. that Sunday. And the doctor we saw wanted second opinions. They brought in more doctors. They did a CT of his neck, an x-ray of his chest, blood work, and then they said that in the x-ray, or no, in the CT scan of his neck, they saw a mass in his chest, but they wouldn't be able to do a CT scan again until the next day to figure out what that was, because he'd already had dye. They do like when they do a CT scan, they inject you with dye so they can see better, and you can't have it that close together. The questions they had started asking me, I knew that they were thinking cancer. They asked things like if he was bruising really easily and they didn't go away. They asked if he bled a lot, had trouble stop bleeding, and I just was like, oh my gosh, in my head I'm like, they think he has got cancer. What life am I living right now? And so they left, and I looked at him, and he's like, what did that mean? Because they said something about having to talk to oncology, and I said, they think this is cancer. And we were admitted 3 a.m. that Monday morning, and by 8 a.m. he was in surgery for a biopsy of his lymph node. By that Monday night, August 30th, they told us that by this scan in his chest, that it appeared that it was a type of lymphoma.
And the scan in his chest was the size of a grapefruit right above his heart. That was crushing his trachea. And for like 2, 3, 4 days, at night he would kind of struggle breathing. He just kind of heaved, and we weren't sure what was going on with that. If we didn't get him in when we did, it could have been a very separate story. We could have lost him.